Good day everyone. In this CBT we will learn how to update the progress in work plan. In other words, how to update your progress against activities and targets. This is an ongoing process. After RP1 creation and approval, user, that is team members like PIs and co-PIs, they would generally update their progress against the activities and targets against which they are marked as the scientist responsible. So this is an activity which is also shown in RPP2 and RPP3 report outputs, and in this CBT we will learn how to do this in the system. So after logging into the system, user will click on project list form. Here a list of all the projects in which this particular user is involved will show. So we will search for the project for which we have to update the activities and targets. Let us say this is the project for which I wish to update the details, so I will click on it. The forms here are same as the forms which we used to create these activities and objectives. So we will click on work plan tab. And then click on expand all. With this we can see all the objectives and activities created for various years. Over here you can see the update progress button. User will typically click on this button to update the progress against these activities and the targets which are associated to these activities. Also notable is the fact that a person can update only his or her activities. Like currently I am in the login of Dr. Om Prakash Khanduri. So I can only update activities for which I am the scientist responsible. If I try to update the activities of Dr. Alka Arora by clicking on this button, an error will come. You cannot update task assigned to other team members. So you can only update activities against whom you are the person responsible by clicking on this update progress button. So for this activity in the year 2013, I had envisaged in my RPP1 that I will complete 60% of my work. Let us say I was able to do the entire work. In other words, I was able to complete that 60% which I thought I will complete in this year. So in percentage achieved as targeted, I will input 100 because I was able to complete the entire work which I had earmarked for this particular year. Also note that the value that you enter over here is the value that will come in your RPP2 and RPP3 report output. So in this case it will show that in year 2013 user had envisaged that he will complete 60% of the work in RPP1 and he was able to achieve his target. In some cases this value can be less than 100. If you are not able to complete your entire work, this value can be like 70% or 80%. If we go to the progress report tab over here, if I click on this is an optional field. So click on this tab. Here you can give your comments or status, what is the activity status, what is the progress status, if there was any shortfall, if you experienced any constraints during these activities, or if you're not able to complete 100% of the activity which you had envisaged, you can enter your comments over here. But again, this is an optional field. You need not enter values over here. Only if you want you can enter your comments. Now we have successfully seen how to update your progress against activities and how to optionally mention the constraints or the comments. Now we will learn how to update your targets. To complete this, click on Output Monitorable Targets tab. You will see that the targets that were associated with this activity will come over here in a list. So click on the update progress button to update this target. Click on OK. Here you can mention the actual output achieved. Whatever you mention here will be printed in the RPP3 report output, which will be generated from the system. For example, optionally you may also enter the percent complete. Like in this case we have completed the entire activity, so we can enter that 100% of the work is complete and the completion date. In this case the deliverable status will be completed as we have completed the entire work. So after this, click on apply. With this you can see that the information against this particular target has been updated. Now click on submit button. And a warning comes that the progress that you are submitting will be as per the as of date. So click on yes. So according to the as of date in the system, it will be stored that till the as of date this much amount of work, this much amount of activity, this much amount of target has been covered, and the progress whatever which you have captured against this activity and target will be covered over here according to the as of date. With this we have successfully completed the CBT and learned how to how to update the progress against activities and targets. Thank you and have a good day.